Let's take a wider view so that you can kind of see the areas that we are talking about. They are directly west of the Chicago metro area, and right now a lot of people seeing sunny skies, temperatures in the upper 80s across the area, but a very humid, wet air mass is in place. So as these storms move in, they will be fueled by the humidity and also the daytime heating with these storms. A lot of colors on the map. Right now, red for DeKalb and also pushing into Kane County. Those are tornado warnings in effect for Doppler indicated rotation. Also, severe thunderstorm warnings are in effect in yellow as we get closer to the city and the entire area under severe thunderstorm watch. As we track these storms, there are more storms down to the south, and this is a 70-mile-an-hour wind that's just come in from the LaSalle area. There are also shear markers indicating the rotation possible within those storms. There are trees down right now in DeKalb. That's the latest storm report that we're getting in. Across the entire area, our concern this afternoon is that the storms that are already severe will continue to gain intensity or stay intact. Even if they were to stay intact, these are strong storms, but if they were to intensify, we're looking at them to track eastward over the Elgin area, as they move even further eastward towards O'Hare. So if you are in these areas, you have time to kind of get your bearings and even track them online to see where they are if they're headed in your direction. Let's get the latest now from Live Power Doppler. We are seeing a lot of rotation within these storms. Latest coming in from LaSalle is a semi blown off the road at a location of, where's the LaSalle County, a semi blown off the road. We don't know the location. I-39 is the location for this storm report coming into us. So already damaging wind reports with these storm systems. We've been watching them for about the last hour. We'll go ahead and put on our storm tracking. We'll go ahead and go back to Live Power Doppler. We're on Live Power Doppler so we can see what's happening there. If you put on your online myfoxchicago.com right now, you'll be able to track these storms with us. We will be back with the latest as these storms continue to push eastward. Right now, a tornado warning in effect for Kane County and also DeKalb County.
This has been a special weather bulletin from Fox News Chicago.
So he took it. He said, yeah, I didn't beg him to do anything. He said, I'll send an individual to it. We discussed the money. We had an oral agreement. And he went and did it.
Well, why didn't you put it in writing?
Small amount of money, small party.
How long did you say it was before you finally got a hold of him?
Probably at least a week. And when I did get a hold of him, his exact words were, like he just said, why you bugging, man? I got your money in an envelope, quote.
Okay, tell me about that conversation.
First of all, he thinks he's a big shot with his big trailer and a truck and everything. I wasn't impressed with that, first of all. Second of all,
no, they're more impressed with your van.
I get around and do my thing, you know.
Dueling DJs.
Dueling DJs. You know.
This is what it's come to. I've gone from sentencing murderers to dueling DJs.
Coming up on Judge Alex, this DJ reveals how he turned the tables on his friend.
Actually, get him on the phone. As soon as he answers, I disguise my voice and I said, hey, my name's Randy. And
that's your disguise?
My name's Randy and I'm getting married and I want a DJ and I got your card from somebody.
If you have a legal dispute and want Judge Alex to hear your case, call Judge Alex toll-free at 1-800-854-7303.
Baby, you got it.
Herbal Essences Body Envy with white nectarine and pink coral flower. Hair with luscious body and bounce. Herbal Essences.
It's time to get odors out with Oust.
I have 3 issues: the dog, my boyfriend, and the garbage. I have a really sensitive nose, so if there's any kind of odor in the house, I will smell it. I use the Oust air sanitizer, and the smell is gone.
Oust air sanitizer kills odor-causing bacteria in the air. Febreze doesn't.
Oust air sanitizer leaves my room with a clean and crisp scent.
Get odors out with Oust air sanitizer. S.C. Johnson, a family company.
It gets a lot of use in this house.
Never let pain stop you in the pursuit of your passion. New Excedrin Back and Body. Its dual ingredient formula works 2 ways, as a pain reliever and a pain blocker. So the pain stops. You don't. Excedrin. Go.
You know, Mom, you make gorgeous quilts. I wish people could see these.
When I was young, I wanted my own store. Call now for AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet. It's the fastest internet in town for the price. Choose how much speed you need, as low as $14.99 a month. Order now and get $50 cash back. Plus, for a limited time, get a free modem after rebate today. Nationwide, more people have chosen DSL over cable internet for 2 straight years. You deserve AT&T Yahoo high-speed internet because it's never too late to get a fast start. Order now to get the fastest internet in town for the price. Choose the speed you need for the price, as low as $14.99 a month. And you'll get $50 cash back, but only if you order now. You have an order. AT&T is the most complete provider for the way you live. TV, broadband, home phone, and wireless. The new AT&T. Your world delivered.
Welcome to City Auto Auction. If you're looking for a good car at a great deal, come visit us at City Auto Auction, located at 400 East Sibley Boulevard in Harvey, Illinois. Come on Wednesday at 5 o'clock when the gates open. 6 o'clock the auction starts. Saturdays, gates open at 11, auction starts at noon. And if you don't have a car yet, that's okay, because we're located directly across the street from the Sibley Metro Station. Give us a call at 708-596-2277.
Promotional consideration paid by
From Jennifer, get 2 microfiber recliners for just $2.99. It's the lowest price ever. Both recliners for $2.99. More comfort, more value. Jennifer Convertibles.
Tired of wasting time at a dead-end job? Take charge and find out what you're good at. Take the free personality test at 12goedconnect.com. It's free at 12goedconnect.com. Go to 12goedconnect.com and we'll match your aptitude profile to the best online schools for free. Log on now and get connected to the best schools. Go to 12goedconnect.com.
Judge Alex continues with William Holderby, who's suing fellow DJ Henry Martinez for $315 he claims Henry owes him for a gig.
He calls me up and just kept bugging and bugging and bugging. I said, look, that's between you and the other guy. It has nothing to do with me.
Not true.
What was the agreement, by the way?
It was 175 was mine and 125 was his.
So it was a $300? Mm-hmm. Okay. $300 gig, 175 is mine because I'm sending you the business, 125 is yours because you're doing all the work.
Correct.
Doesn't really seem right, but okay.
Yeah.
So you say you had that conversation with him, and he says, okay, he does the gig and doesn't pay you.
Correct.
All right, and you say...
I never did the gig.
Let me summarize.
Okay.
Okay. And you say, I never did the gig. You say, I gave him the names of DJs I work with. He called them. What he worked out with them is his business, but I had nothing to do with it. What happens after this?
Actually, get him on the phone finally to answer. And as soon as he answers, I disguise my voice and I said, hey, my name's Randy and
that's your disguise?
Got your car. Yes. No, and that's the funny part. How he didn't recognize it, I have no idea. I go, my name's Randy and I'm getting married and I want a DJ and I got your card from somebody and he fell for it. So I set him up
I'm just following up on business. What kind of business would I be?
He's following. I made a meeting at a local restaurant in the local area. And that's where he was served papers.
You walked over and served him?
No, he had some chick do it. Cheesy as all heck, but it's like, whatever. You know, I laugh.
Who served him?
My daughter. So watch what you say.
Jeez.
Stop. Really. Bottom line, you sent him one gig, didn't get paid for it, and you're suing him for that.
Correct.
The problem you have, of course, is you didn't put anything in writing, and his version is completely different from yours. And you don't have anything to really show me that his version isn't the truth. All you have is, this is what my agreement was. I sent it to him, I spoke to him, and he says, no. He called me and I said, call these guys here, I'm too busy, I can't do it. What kind of businessman is that? I mean, obviously, it wasn't a big deal to you at the time, and you feel more insulted than anything, so you didn't put anything in writing. But,
correct.
Might I suggest that you take a little time this afternoon, maybe on your way home, and just draft up some form agreement, and you've got something in writing, you've got some proof. Right now, you've got nothing. Nothing other than the fact that the two of you obviously should never do business together again.
That goes without saying.
Okay.
Well, he'll call me. Watch, season's coming up. He'll be calling me. Do you have anybody?
No, I'm pretty sure he won't be calling you.
Or anybody else.
He'll call me. Trust me, he'll call me.
There aren't a lot of things I'm sure of, but I bank money on that one.
I'll be calling you, but it won't be on the phone.
The bottom line, Mr. Holderby, is it's your burden. You're the plaintiff. You've got to prove that he's responsible. If he just gives you the name of somebody, and his version's as likely as yours, if he just gives you the name of somebody and says, call this person, he'll take care of you, the guy's not his employee. It's just another DJ. He's not responsible for those bills. So you have to prove that your version is true, and you can't do it. You don't have anything to document it, and there's no inconsistency with what he says. So it's a judgment for the defendant.
All right.
Judge Alex has denied the plaintiff's claim for $315 and ruled in favor of the defendant.
I understand that I didn't have the proper paperwork, but like I said before, it wasn't about the money, it was about the principle, and I got my time in court to show that he's not a man of character, and that's good enough for me.
I say the judge was fair, he was honest, he saw right through him. The guy had no contract, no emails, nothing to prove that I even accepted the job except to refer him to other DJs that I know that hand me cards all the time and want to work for me.
Who's the hottest name in fashion? It could be you, with a fashion design degree program from the International Academy of Design and Technology. Get the training you need to prepare for an exciting career as a fashion consultant, fashion designer, or pattern maker. Be the one to create the latest trends in fashion.
Call our Chicago and Schaumburg campuses now for a free brochure. Call 888-739-6111. That's 888-739-6111.
Today's economy is growing. It's full of great careers. Find out what they are in this free Hot Careers and How to Get One guide. Someone is here to take your call and tell you how to get your career guide. It's packed with the info you need to decide which career is right for you.
The right education can lead to the right career. Call the International Academy of Design and Technology for this free guide. Call 888-739-6111. That's 888-739-6111. Call now.
Homeowners afraid you missed your opportunity for low interest rates? Fear no more. Columbia Mortgage can help. Tasha, what is Columbia Mortgage offering?
Is your interest rate higher than 6%? Are you stuck in an interest-only or adjustable rate mortgage? Then call Columbia Mortgage now. 888-320-4800. Columbia Mortgage has 10-year rates as low as 5.75 fixed for qualified homeowners. In need of home improvement? Need cash? Want to consolidate bills? Then pick up the phone and call me now. 888-320-4800.
Tasha, how easy is it to get a loan from Columbia Mortgage?
Just call 888-320-4800. Columbia Mortgage is a direct lender, so we can do your closing and get your cash in less than 7 days. Call now for your free credit check. We'll approve your loan in less than 5 minutes, even if you've had credit problems in the past.
Interest rates are changing daily, so call Columbia Mortgage now. 1-888-320-4800. 1-888-320-4800.
Brett Favre and the Packers battle Maurice Jones-Drew and the Jaguars.
Tonight at 7 on Fox Chicago.
Today, in divorce court, Judge Toller hears the case of Sandra Brown versus Eric Brown. Eric says he wants a divorce because Sandra is no longer the skinny girl he married.
As soon as we got married, she started packing on the weight.
Yeah, I'm
And-
fat. I'm obese. I'm a pig. Now, Mrs. Brown, he didn't interrupt you. Go ahead.
Well, those were the words I was going to use anyways.
And Sandra says her husband does childish things every time they get into an argument.
I work in the restaurant industry, and I wear black polyester pants to work. He likes to barbecue, and he barbecued my pants.
He got some coals together.
A smoker. Hickory smoker.
Mr. Brown, did you
Yes, I-
smoke her pants?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
Any other examples?
I have my own car, and he took a black Sharpie marker, and in the lower right-hand corner, where you don't see through the rearview mirror, he had written a very nasty word.
Can you give me the first letter?
I can only give you the first letter.
Now, Sandra Brown and Eric Brown bring their case before Judge Toller in today's session of Divorce.
Fox Chicago severe weather alert right now on live power Doppler. Here is the latest. There is a strong line of storms, one storm system to the north and one to the south, both heading eastward towards the Chicago area, actually eastward towards the lake. Tornado warnings are in effect right now for southern DeKalb County, southern Kane counties. If you take a look at these storms, we'll zoom into the storm that is to the north. This one in particular, a very dangerous storm, already reports of winds in excess of 60 miles an hour. We're seeing both yellow shear markers markers and red shear markers. These are indications of rotating winds within the storm at both high levels and low levels of the atmosphere. Right now, this storm over Geneva, very strong. You can notice the shape of the storm, the reds, oranges, and yellows in sort of a bow formation, indicating very strong winds. About to approach the Elgin area right now. Looks like the latest information coming in as we storm track these storms is we're looking at this one right here going north of Geneva, another strong cell just to the north of Elgin. These storms will continue to push eastward as we move through the area. The latest information right now coming into us is that there is storm damage in some locations. We have Steve Barron, one of our meteorologists, standing by. He does have the latest information on some new storm reports. Steve?
Yeah, Amy, I'm here at the controls of Live Power Doppler. Have a couple of new storm reports coming in. Train spotter 4 miles west of Geneva in Kane County reporting a funnel cloud there, a rotating wall cloud 1 mile south of US 38. And also one other storm report coming in right now of a rotating wall cloud. That also from Maple Park in Kane County. Train spotter reporting a funnel cloud at 255, a rotating wall cloud at US 38 and the Kane County line. So again, no tornado reports coming in quite yet, but 2 reports of funnel clouds from that same area in Kane County where we're seeing a very strong storm here on Live Power Doppler. Those 2 storm reports coming in right there. Another one from a little further south in Peru. Several large trees down blocking Shooting Park Road in Peru along Buckskin and Roosevelt. So the 2 significant storm reports coming in, funnel clouds in Kane County and a few other damage reports from the area around Peru right now.
This area right here on Live Power Doppler is where the potential funnel clouds would have been reported from. So the shear markers on Live Power Doppler confirming what a lot of eyes are seeing out there. Funnel clouds, wall clouds developing across the area. If you are in those areas just mentioned, a tornado warning is in effect for this area. So this will be the time, if you're in these direct areas, not to go out and look at the storm, but to take cover and be prepared for it to enter your area. These are very fast moving storms. They're moving eastward right now at about 35 to 45 miles an hour. They're quick moving storms. You won't have to take cover for long, but it is the best bet and the way to stay safe in this area. Once again, the oranges, yellows, and reds of the radar indicating heavy rain, strong winds. Also, there is a lot of lightning within the system, and the circle showing up during severe weather like this is very important for us because it indicates the rotation, the potential for rotating winds within the storm. And we are now getting eyewitness accounts and confirmations of wall clouds forming and also funnel clouds. And these are other signals to us that we are seeing strong storms out there. Let's go ahead and take Live Power Doppler to a slightly wider view so that you can see how these storms are starting to approach the Chicago area. We've been zoomed in on the storm that just moved east of the DeKalb area. There's also another storm that is just southwest of Lockport, also showing right now that this one does have potential rotating winds within it as well. This particular storm system through the afternoon has created a lot of storm reports with gusty winds. One in particular was in the LaSalle area, and it was with a semi overturned at I-39. These storms approaching Joliet. A reminder to you, our radar, our Live Power Doppler, is based out of the Lockport area. You can see it centered right there over Lockport. So we'll be watching the storm system very carefully for Live Power Doppler. You can join us online anytime and track the storm. Also a reminder, if you do see the storm approaching from a good distance and safety is our first and foremost concern, you can email us pictures at news@foxchicago.com. Let's take it to the max in our storm analysis machine. This is zoomed in on the storm right now, and we can see that south of Elgin, oranges, yellows, reds indicated here. Also the storm pushing towards Schaumburg. Now we have the skits on. These are the tracking systems to allow us to know where the storm system is headed. Here are the latest times. 3:05 currently. We look at Fox River Estates at 3:07, Fox River Heights at the same time, Valley View 3:07. Real quick moving storm, remember 35 to 40 miles an hour moving eastward. South Elgin, the time for you is 3:08. These storms have had the history of producing damaging winds. There is a tornado warning in effect right now for southern DeKalb County and also Kane County. We'll continue to track these storms. Fox News Chicago does have crews on the way to the damage reports that we've already been getting in. Best case scenario here for a lot of folks in the Chicago area, sunshine, bright sunny skies, a hot day out there. Storms are moving in at a quick and rapid pace, and lightning strikes right now in this particular view well over 450. So these are strong storms. As we go throughout the afternoon, we will keep you up to speed. Lower third crawls will be running across your screen as new watches and warnings come in. Let's go right now. Steve Barron, meteorologist here at Fox News Chicago, has some more information on storm damage.
Amy, one more storm report just coming in through the National Weather Service. Train spotter reports a funnel cloud, a rotating wall cloud in West Chicago and DuPage County. That's the latest report coming in right there. So these storms definitely are pretty easy to pick out when you head outside. They're moving in from the west and from the northwest, and with bright blue skies in some spots and very strong storms in another. As you look off there on live power Doppler, you can see some of these storms. Radar coming around now for an update. We're going to zoom this out a little bit and take a look at some of the wider views here of the storms up to the northwest. We've been primarily concerned so far with the storms right out over here, where you can see where I have the magnifying glass. We'll zoom in on those northwest of Chicago, and these are the ones where you have a tornado warning in effect for right now. All of those rotating circles on the screen indicate potential areas of rotation. That one red rotating circle could be a definite indicator of where that funnel cloud is that we're hearing reports of coming across the area. Amy?
Right now, one thing we could do with live power Doppler is you can see the scan moving around. Steve, one thing we could do this afternoon is, because these storms have come in close to the Chicago area, we could go ahead and speed up the rotation of our scan and perhaps get some even better resolution than we're seeing right now with the strength of these storms. So while we're doing that on live power Doppler, we can go to the Storm Analysis Machine Max. You'll be able to see a little more information with the storms. Oranges, yellows, and reds stretching from north of Elgin down through Aurora. This is the first storm. A second storm to the south of Joliet. The lightning strikes just within this view at the present time, 837 strikes. We'll take a live picture from the Shedd Aquarium right now, because that looks back into the city, and this is just the exact scenario that is not good for severe weather. A lot of sunshine earlier today, but now the clouds have started to build. High humidity levels across the region. In some cases, the temperatures have felt more like 100 degrees because the dew points and the humidity has been so high. So that juicy moisture and the strong daytime heating fuel thunderstorms like this. Around the city, dry skies right now, but just off to the west, live power Doppler tracking strong storms which are headed in our direction. I'll switch over here to the other side so you can see. These are the storms that are headed eastward at this time. Yellow, these are the shear markers that are indicating upper air potential for rotating winds, and also the red shear markers indicating the potential for a low level rotation within the storms. There also are some pop-up thunderstorms occurring in northwestern suburbs right now. Even off the lake, there are lots of marine warnings, so any boaters that have been out earlier today are being called in because of these marine warnings. Back to live power Doppler, you can see as these storms get closer, we're able to increase our rotation, so that means we get the information back even faster. So right now, this is real-time data that you are seeing where it is raining. Currently, there is no delay. Over Wheaton right now, you're starting to see the leading edge of the central portion of the storm. It is really holding its shape fairly well, still a bow shape within this storm. Here's a close-up look. This is going to be a good indication for us where the storm is headed next as we prepare to track where this storm is moving over Kane County. Look at the neighborhoods showing up. Hanover Park, you're about to see the rain. Schaumburg, you're about to see the rain. Steve, let's check in with you and get the very latest.
Amy, a couple of new reports coming in. You heard a moment ago, we mentioned that report of a funnel cloud in the West Chicago area. Let me zoom live power Doppler in. Very well could be because of this, or be indicated rather, by this rotation we just saw. Let me move the radar back out a little bit there, but you can see right here in West Chicago that rotating ring indicating potentially the funnel cloud that we're hearing reports of from the public and from train spotters coming in. Also just got a report from DuPage out at the airport there. The airport weather station reported a 58 knot gust from the west-southwest, and that's certainly a strong wind to be picking up out there quite suddenly in DuPage County. So that's the latest storm report we're seeing right there. Again, reports of funnel clouds moving through Kane and DeKalb. Also now reports of funnel clouds near West Chicago, and that's what we're indicating here on live power Doppler.
So let's take you to the storm analysis machine and get the maximum information out of what Doppler is offering to us right now. Here's the storm track. Right now, 3:11 is the time, 3:13 Spalding, 3:16 Bartlett. This is the storm right here that we've been tracking that has the very strong winds in it. We'll continue to watch this. It looks like up next, 3:23 will be Schaumburg. You've got about 10 to 12 minutes to prepare for the storm. 3:23 Hoffman Estates. Raining right now over parts of Kane County, but the continuation of the storm is for it to push eastward. It's moving at about 35 to 45 miles an hour. Live power Doppler again showing the rotation. We call these shear markers, circular indications of rotation within the storm. So right now, southeast of Elgin, over Carroll Stream right now, we have several indications of upper air rotation within the storm. Yellow is the upper portion of the storm, and red is the potential for lower rotation closer to the ground surface. Yellows, oranges, and reds, and also a lot of flashing with these storms, indicating that they are powerful with lightning, gusty winds, and heavy rain. One thing I want to talk about just briefly is the forecast for the rest of the day. Not only the severe weather, there's a severe thunderstorm watch across the area with tornado warnings right now in effect until 3:30 for Kane and DeKalb. Is 3:30 the time on that, or 3:15? 3:15 or 3:30 for the tornado warning. I'll find out for sure on that.
Okay, Amy, another report coming in now
okay,
from St. Charles. Kane County Emergency Manager reporting a funnel cloud, rotating wall cloud at Route 64 in Taylor right now in St. Charles. So Kane County now seeing a funnel cloud moving through that area as well. Radar right here, not seeing a rotating ring over St. Charles right now, but there are some very strong storms in the area right there. Doesn't surprise me one bit. You can also see all the lightning flashing on your screen. Really quite a light show going on. Also, you notice on the far right side of your screen, that's O'Hare, right outside the Elk Grove Village indicator there. And these storms will be moving through O'Hare very quickly. And I can only imagine that's going to be causing quite a mess out at O'Hare.
As these storms move in, if there are eyewitness accounts and safety is an issue, we want you to take pictures. News at foxchicago.com. This can allow us to let people know what the storm is looking like as it approaches their area. These storms are now to the west, moving towards the Chicago metro area. Not for a direct hit, but just an eastward push here. MyFoxChicago.com is where you can track the storms, and also a phone number for you. If you're at home right now, here's a phone number you can call for damage reports, questions, 312-565-5533. That number again, 312-565-5533.
Also, Amy, now a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Cook County until 4:15 this afternoon. These storms right now just on the verge of moving into Cook County, but Cook County and the metropolitan area of Chicago under a severe thunderstorm warning until 4:15. Also a tornado warning now for Cook and DuPage. So now tornado warning for both Cook County and DuPage County based on these storms that are moving through the western and northern suburbs right now.
Let's take live power Doppler, zoom it out so we can see a little bit larger indication of what is going on across the area. Once again, it has been a bright sunny day for many folks. The clouds have now started to develop across the region, and the latest warnings on the storms across the area look like this. On the storm analysis, well, let's zoom in really quickly here so you can get a bearing on what's happening. Chicago's still dry. The two storm systems we're looking at, one to the north and one to the south of Lockport right now. The one to the north has been the most severe and is the one that is pushing eastward towards the lake.
Also, Amy, just got a report out of Elgin, Kane County, thunderstorm wind gust east at 75 miles an hour 4 minutes ago.
Let's go to the storm analysis machine, Max. These are the warnings. You saw where the storms are, one to the north and one to the south here. Reds indicating the tornado warnings, which we just told you about, and the tornado warning has been extended into Cook County. This is north of Chicago. This is for the storm system that has pushed through the Aurora area, the Elgin area, and it will continue to push eastward. It's moving at a rate of about 35 to 45 miles an hour. Also, yellows for the severe thunderstorm warnings that are in effect as well. This batch of rain, this severe scenario that we have this afternoon is just the first round. We're looking at heavier rain coming in later tonight, but as we go through the afternoon, these are the storms that do threaten damaging property and also wind across the air, threaten both life and property across the area, and that's why we are breaking in to let you know the very latest tornado warning in effect right now. Kane County stretching into Cook County. You could see the red showing up. And these are in effect until 4:30 this afternoon. Severe thunderstorm warnings into Will County as well. Let's go for a live picture of the Shedd Aquarium. Temperatures have been in the upper 80s across the area. This is our real concern. No rain over the city right now, but we all know it's been a humid, muggy, sticky day. We had bright sunshine earlier. And what this does is set up a scenario where it's really the perfect combination in the atmosphere to get strong storms. We've had very unstable air mass over the region, and the heat and the humidity will just fuel these storms as they push eastward. Live